Cameron and Mase discussed the recent arrest of Keefe. It's been all over the media, man. This has been a 27-year long mystery that I think is getting ready to be solved. Let's see what Mase and them got to say about what's going on. And they also talk about your boy Diddy being involved too. Let's go ahead and check it out.
We brought you in today because I want to see what was your top
Super
trash
down.
5 moments of the week.
My top 5 trash moments of the week. I'm gonna start it out with no other than damn Keefe D.
Keefe D.
Call on your own damn self, Keefe D. All them damn interviews, the money didn't add up, fam. I told you, shut your big fat ass up. Now your ass in jail, crying wolf. I don't want to hear it, Cam.
So
Wait. Where do I know that name
You
from?
know that nigga?
That name sound familiar.
He rolling over in his cell, right?
That was back when Mase was with Bad Boy, so you know you hitting that. You hitting that Diddy.
Nah.
That's crazy.
So what the trick? Why is Keefe D in jail? What happened?
Bro, we all know the legend.
For the people who don't know what
people
happened.
don't know, Keefe D's in jail for the alleged murder of Tupac Shakur that happened 27 years ago.
Right.
All the people that was supposed to be involved in the murder are dead. He's the only one alive. Why is you still talking, fam?
So what do you do? I seen he do books, interviews, blogs.
They went back to the books. Well, you know, the crime happened in Las Vegas.
Okay.
The nigga moved back to Vegas.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Well, I'm not playing. Where do I know that name from? Because I'm still kind of lost.
Yeah, you know.
No, for real. I don't know what you're talking about.
Bad boy. I ain't gonna say his name. Pausing, but yeah, Keefe D.
When Diddy used to do that shit, I think that shit, even back when he was like, you know, of course he's not as high as he was, but back when he was hot, I thought that was the dumbest dance. That, you know, it was the Harlem Shake. So I thought the Harlem Shake when it came out in the early 2000s, that was the dumbest dance. Anyway,
definitely trash.
Yeah, he definitely told on himself.
What's the story? What's the story? For all jokes aside,
they're allegedly saying Keefe D killed Tupac. That's what they saying right now.
Oh,
yeah, he in jail right now, man.
No.
That's
I mean, we
crazy.
finally getting justice, man. You know what I'm saying?
He don't want to get caught in court.
I pray Tupac get justice. Whoever is involved, he needs justice. Everybody need their justice.
Pause.
He does.
I didn't say I want justice.
I don't even mean that in no joking way.
It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's how we.
That's crazy. When I heard the name, I was like, I heard the name before, but it didn't really click like that. No, y'all joking. I'm serious.
Oh,
I
no,
didn't
you
know.
better say that.
It's definitely gonna click.
All right, I'm gonna agree on that. So we brought you in.
This is for fair use only, guys. I'm doing this is reaction. Listen, so yeah, Mase better say that, because one thing you don't want to deal with is having to be summoned to court. Because I'm thinking, I don't know, man. I'm thinking this dude, Keefe D, might bring Diddy name up. I mean, maybe he won't. I mean, but he, in a way, I mean, he already snitched. But I guess, you know, he snitched on his nephew. There's deceased. You know, his nephew died 25 years ago, 2 years after Tupac got the incident happened. So, you know, all parties that are involved, except for him and Suge, are the only ones living. You know, apparently it was 4 people he said that was in the car with him. That dude, Greg Caden, who has been doing interviews recently, I forgot what and also this is from I believe he's doing interviews with Art of Dialogue or Bomb First, one of those hip hop sites. Greg Caden is a genius. I'm gonna tell you how he's a genius. Greg Caden. Greg Kagan, if y'all don't know, he is the guy that was doing an investigation on, you know, Tupac murder happened in LA, it happened in Las Vegas, but they were also investigating it out here, being that they lived in, you know, Tupac had residence in Los Angeles at the time of his demise. Suge, everybody that was the suspects, everybody that was involved lived in Los Angeles. So when it comes to that, being that it was supposedly these people were being investigated, and the person that the victim, who was Tupac, He lived in LA. LAPD had to get involved. So LAPD, Greg Hayden was a detective. Um, he set this up to where Keefe D got arrested. I'm gonna say how he messed up. This is where Greg Caden got Keefe D. Greg Caden set it up because Keefe D got arrested. He was a big time, dealer. He got busted with some stuff. He was in another situation, being investigated, facing some time, separate from the Tupac thing. But there was speculation that he may have been involved for years. LAPD, streets, Las Vegas PD, they all kind of speculated that he and his crew, which was the Southside Crips, Compton Crips, were involved in the demise of Tupac. So Greg Caden set it up where Keefe D was being investigated for another crime that he was looking at some serious time for. So they basically did this to him. They said they gave him a profit agreement. A profit agreement is, if y'all don't know, is they call it uh, king for a day. And the reason why they call it that is because for 24 hours, as long as for 24 hours while you're in police custody, if you confess or give information to a crime that may involve you, that maybe didn't involve you, they would. Oh, I think you have to be involved with the crime anyway. If you give them information involving a crime that they have been, investigating for years, if you give up that particular crime, that will give you some leniency towards the crime you're involved in with now, which that's why Keefe D was in custody with him. It was some type of drug heroin charge, I don't know, but he was held for that. But the king for a day thing is if you give up information to a crime that we haven't solved yet, that'll help with your crime that you're in now. Keefe D knew that they had been investigating the Tupac thing. He figured, my nephew's been gone now for some years now. He's not coming back. He's gone. He's passed away. I'll just say that, well, it could be true or true. Now we're still trying to figure out. They're still trying to figure out who exactly pulled the trigger. So Keefe D just said, "Hey, my nephew was the one who shot Tupac." You know what I'm saying? He gave that up. It's on a recording. Greg Caden then takes that recording that was, I guess, supposed to be confidential or whatever. He takes that recording and somehow it got leaked. When the recording got leaked, Greg Caden started making it. He wrote it. Matter of fact, Greg Caden retired from a detective from the LAPD. He retired and wrote a book about it. I believe Greg Caden leaked that audio. So this is where Keefe D messed up at. Keefe D figured, oh, it's out there. The audio was out there. The audio was making its rounds. Everybody was playing it. All the vlogs was playing it. All the podcasts, hip hop podcasts were playing it. And then he found out that Greg Caden had a book coming out and he was talking about it. So Keefe D figured, hey, how he making money off my confession? That profit agreement is out there now that I said that my nephew had something to do with Tupac's passing. I was in the car. It was a vengeful retaliation for them putting their hands on my nephew, who was a known Crip. I'm gonna get me some money too. So that's when he started going on Vlad. He started going on all these different news. I think it was Bomb First. He did one for Art of Dialogue. All these, he was basically, yeah. He basically just let them know, hey, this is what happened. He's basically saying the same thing he said in the FBI custody when he was in the profit agreement when he was at the LAPD station. This is where Greg Caden and the rest of Las Vegas PD got him. The king for a day thing is only supposed to be for 24 hours. That's it. Now, anything you say after that time can be held against you. Greg Caton didn't make that deal. He was a detective, so he could talk about it. He could talk about what you said in the thing. Now it's supposed to be confidential. I don't know how he was able to get through that. The fact of the matter is, Greg Caton is the police. He's a detective, so they're not going to arrest him. He didn't do anything. He just got you to confess under the proffered agreement. Keefe D went out. He did a book. Keefe D wrote a book in the whole nine. This is where Las Vegas PD found the loophole that Greg Caton, I believe, knew that they was going to catch on to. That was only supposed to be for 24 hours. And on top of that, that was with the LAPD. You didn't make that agreement with us. We still investigating this crime. Quiet as kept, Las Vegas PD was still investigating that crime the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Being that he made that confession in that book, being that he made the rounds on Vlad TV, all that stuff, they were able to bring him in, which is what happened on Friday, last Friday. They was able to bring Homeboy in for the deletion of Tupac because the profit agreement was only supposed to be for 24 hours. After that, you ain't supposed to talk about it no more. Keefe D kept talking, and now his ass is in jail. Anyway, guys, what do y'all think about that? Leave your comments and subscribe to Charles and Ezra. Appreciate it. Hit that thumbs up button.